Alright, what's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make quick and easy homemade breakfast sausage. So this is the perfect thing to try out if you're a novice just like me, getting into sausage making. You want something basic and easy. It's going to be super simple. So stick around, guys. Check it out. Here we go. Alright, so what I got here is some pork steaks. So basically what that is some pork butt or pork shoulder cut into thin strips. As you can see right here, it's got the bone in. Usually when you're making sausage, you're looking for a fat ratio of like 20 to 30%. This doesn't quite look like 30%, but it should be all right. If I was making links of sausage, I'd be more worried about more of a fat content, but I think this would work out pretty good. This has been in the freezer for a little bit. It's chilled down pretty good. All I'm gonna do is go through and just cut this into strips and get this off the bone and make some chunks that's like manageable to put in the meat grinder. And yeah, so you definitely wanna make sure all the components of your meat grinder are ice cold and the meat that you're using is ice cold, just so nothing gunks up in the grinder and nothing, you don't get no meat sludge in there and it starts clogging up the grinder. And so the total weight of all this right here with the bone is like 5 pounds of meat. So it's gonna be a little bit less when I trim it all off. So now that I'm looking at this, it might be close to 30% fat because there's a good amount of fat on there. So it's looking pretty good. So the next step is to get the meat grinder all set up and then we're gonna throw it through. So here we go. So for the grind on this, I'm using the 4.5 millimeter, the more fine die on this. I'm gonna end up running it through 2 times. I want to make sure the hopper's loaded before you turn it on. You could choose to season this up first before you throw it through the grinder, but I'm going to do it 1 time through, then I'm going to throw the seasoning in, and then I'm going to throw it through the grinder 1 more time after that. So what we got to do is we got to weigh this out. So I got a scale right here. Get all your meat in there. We're gonna weigh this out in grams. I know this kind of freaks people out because they're not used to weighing stuff in grams, but it's the most efficient way to do it because you want to make sure you get the salt right. You need between 1.5 and 2% salt because you want to make sure it's not over seasoned. You don't want some salty ass sausage patties and you don't want something that's really bland either. So the total weight right here is 1,644 grams. I know when people hear percentages and stuff like that, it freaks people out because it seems too complicated. All you gotta do, you take the total weight, so that's all right, this keeps moving around a little bit because this scale sucks, but 1642 times the percentage that you want. So I'm gonna do 1.8%. So you do 1642 times 0.018. All you're gonna do is move the decimal over 2 times, equals 29.5 grams. So I'm gonna do 30 grams of salt. I'm gonna get this back in here just so it's easier. All right, so right here, this is all the salt we need. Going in. I'm gonna list the exact amount of the ingredients down below just so I can move along quicker in the video. Got some sage, got some thyme, granulated garlic, onion powder, smoked paprika, coarse ground black pepper. I'm just gonna eyeball some red pepper flakes, 1% brown sugar. All I'm gonna do is give this a good mix, make sure everything gets all incorporated. All you gotta do after all that's mixed up, throw it through the grinder 1 more time. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm not eating these right now, is I'm gonna form some patties. This is a 1/4 pound patty setting right here on this burger press. I'm not doing quite that big of patties. I'm probably gonna do like, 2.5, 3 ounce balls. So I'm gonna make some breakfast sandwiches tomorrow. I'll show you guys. So I'm gonna go like that big, right there. I just want some thin patties, nothing too crazy. So that's what we're looking like. Some little breakfast sausage patties. So I'm gonna finish doing all these up. I'm gonna put them in the fridge, let all the flavors kind of come together overnight. Then I'm gonna make some nice little breakfast sandwiches. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so it's been over 24 hours. These patties have been sitting in the fridge marinating for, a good day and a half. One thing I forgot to do on camera yesterday was test out the seasoning with the patties. So I had all that meat. I should have put a little bit in a pan and just try to taste it and see the salt level and just see how it tastes. But I already did that, so it tastes good. And then one thing I recommend you not do is what I did right here is put the patties in the patty wax like this, preformed it. The meat kind of sticks to it. You lose a little bit of the meat when you pull it apart. So I would recommend just making the patties as you go. Everything's all set. I'm just gonna make a breakfast sandwich and we're gonna try these out. First thing you wanna do, get yourself a couple of peeled potatoes and grate these up using a box grater. Get the potatoes in a bowl of water as soon as possible so they don't oxidize. And it's gonna get some of that starch off also. Then what you wanna do is get some towels or paper towels like I got right here. Get the potatoes on there, bundle it up, go over the sink and try to get as much moisture out as possible. You probably want to do this a couple times. Get some butter in there, a little bit of olive oil. You want to make sure there's a good amount of fat in the bottom of the pan, just so the potatoes brown up pretty good. Just want to get a lid and cover this for like 5 minutes. and don't touch it. We're gonna put a good amount of salt and some pepper. I'm out of pepper. Make sure everything is really compact so it doesn't fall apart. What you're looking for is around the edges when they start to brown up, that you're gonna know it's time to flip it. Two, 3 more minutes on this side, should be done. So there it is, guys, some easy homemade sausage recipe. Got the hash brown, the sausage, good old fake ass American cheese. You know it's good. So all you gotta do is just remember, get the salt content right. Remember 1.5 to 2% salt in the sausage. Then you can customize it and put whatever other seasonings you like in there. For breakfast sausage, sage and thyme is what you find in it a lot. But like always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Have a good one. Peace out.